Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is nearly back to 40k, but it's not moving too much. Low volatility at the moment, and we're going to take a look at why that is the case. I'm going to show you that now. Overall, the whole crypto market, a little bit of moving up, a little bit of moving down, pretty much following Bitcoin on the way. Oops, this skipped now for some reason. But yeah, we can see some cryptos going up. ApeCoin not stopping at the moment. I know a few people wanted me to cover ApeCoin, so I'm going to do that shortly as well, but it always takes a bit of time to do an analysis, so yeah, please bear with me. Overall, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So this is the Bitcoin chart. Still expect Bitcoin to move up into the green target area here between 42 and 46k before we get the larger sell-off. Markets move in waves, and we have to expect a little bit of a move up before we come down further. That is also based on the Fibonacci extensions, but as I showed you in the previous videos, there is still scope for before we get that move up. There is still scope a little bit further to the downside for Bitcoin. Specifically, that would be to the into the region of 37.2k, and we can take a look at that. The next target for that current move is, there you go, the 2.618 Fibonacci extension. We haven't reached it yet. We have reached the 2.382 Fibonacci extension, which is all right for a target for a wave 5. But primarily, as long as we haven't made a higher high, I have to expect that we are coming down once more to the 2.618 at 37.2k, and then the price has another chance to break to the upside and to get into this green target area. So basically we start here our first wave down in a 5-wave move, because a wave 1 consists again of 5 waves, fractals. That is part of the Elliott Wave method, and now we should be moving here shortly up into the green target area between 42 and 46k. That should really happen. It would be extremely unusual if we don't see any kind of movement like that. Again, this green target area as well is based on Fibonacci retracement levels of that first wave and the ideal level where a wave 2 should land. But we will not see that movement, I think, until we break at least above 40.2k. That would be here that ascending trend line. We need to break that to get back into this channel in which Bitcoin has been trading since end of January. And then we have a realistic chance to get to the 42k level. There is something else I want to show you, and we're going to take a look at the 8-hour chart. What we can see here is now a potential breakout pattern forming. So we have on the chart a descending wedge. That is a great opportunity for a trade setup, not just to go in blindly, but to have to see actually this potential breakout pattern. By the way, you have that on the Ethereum chart as well, and I think I had another crypto yesterday where I showed you that one. I can't remember which one it was, but I think we are going to see, or we see these here currently on various crypto charts. It's a short-term pattern, but nevertheless it could be the breakout that we need to get into this green area here, because typically the target for a wedge, in this case, if we break to the upside, it would be the beginning of the wedge. So it would pretty much here be 46.5k. And that would be very, very close to the top range of that green target. So it could all add up, and we could really see a breakout to the upside of that wedge and then move up further. Now, it now depends. Do we break out or do we not? So I actually need to move that line a little bit higher. Just to make sure. And then we've got 3 touch points. We've got a 1 touch point here, 1 touch point there, 1 touch point here on the 26th of April. And now, based on this, we have a little bit more room for further growth, for further upside, as you can see here, before we reach the 40.2k level. That is the ascending trend line of the channel. And here we probably see the next decision. So we will see the next decision. Do we break? Do we not get through here, and we'll have another go and we'll reach that 37.2k level probably, that I showed you, the 2.618 Fib extension, because that would mean we probably make another lower low. So I haven't really done that well here. So let me just do that here properly. Whoops, we just need to we want to be more accurate here on the support line of the wedge, because that shows us that we can, in another move down, really make a lower low. As you can see, we could really reach then that 37.2k level. That could, depending on when that can happen, it could only be a wick down. And then we could reach that we could reach that 2.618 Fibonacci extension level before we move up and break out to the upside of that wedge and then get into the green target area. That is not speculation, because you never know if it breaks out and when it will break out, but we don't know in which direction it will break out until the breakout happens. But this is a great trade setup if you can spot something like that in the chart. Ideally wait for a breakout above a certain level. For me here, yeah, breakout of the wedge would be interesting, and then a potential retest of one of these support lines, either here the ascending white line or the orange line, and then there could be really that move above to the upside here into the green area. But until the breakout happens, there is still more downside potential within the wedge. Yeah, will the wedge break to the downside? It's possible. It would go into the direction of the higher level trend that we expect anyway. The medium term target is between 20 and 29k, but my view is, first of all, it's a bullish pattern, so at some point I have to expect, actually, because it's more likely than not to see a breakout to the upside. It is just what we have to expect. But again, you don't want to make a decision until a breakout has happened, okay? So I don't see it break out straight away. It would surprise me, to be honest. It would surprise me, not saying it's impossible, but it would surprise me, because we are close to a point where we should see here such a reaction to the upside to get into the green area. So that will be exciting. I mean, that could drag on into the weekend. Let's be honest, it could, yeah. Could even drag on into next week. But that would be quite long though. Then we will really get into the apex here. But that's an interesting pattern I just wanted to make you aware of for anybody who plans to take maybe here a short-term long trade. Personally, I would not myself do this until we have a breakout of the wedge and a confirmation. That means basically a 4-hour candle close and the retest of one of these support levels, either the orange line of the wedge or ideally the ascending trend line. Okay, and that is my view here about Bitcoin at the moment. I'll keep you updated, certainly. That's a bit of news here in the charts, and good pattern that we can identify here, and something that will be useful as a trade setup as well, and that could confirm really that move up here. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Also make sure that if you're interested in that, check out the trading course on my website. It's a one-off charge. It's not a subscription, but I still will publish 1 chapter per week. At the moment, we have 1.5 chapters published. So every few days there's a new video, and every week there will be 1 new chapter anyway, until all 15 chapters are released. It's a foundational course, but it gives you everything, the whole thing, from tools for traders, from interesting websites, from trade setups, from indicators, TA, a little bit of background information, everything that pretty much I have also some things I've never talked about on this channel anyway. So it goes really into the detail of teaching and doing trading and TA. So check that out. I think it's a very fair price, and at the moment at a discounted price for channel members, even an additional discount. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.